didn't pick up my camera until Friday last week because my life was a little bit busier than usual and I didn't have time to do some of my weekly homemaking chores. However, I was able to keep up with a lot of just my basic homemaking tasks that I like to keep up with throughout the day and throughout the week. So my aunt had an accident and needed me to spend some extra time with her. So instead of staying home on this Friday, the kids and I packed up some sandwiches and we drove an hour away to spend the day with my aunt in the hospital. Okay, so we made it back from the hospital and my aunt is doing so much better. I'm so thankful for that. I opened up this video and I'm like, you can see all my gray hairs. Anyways, that's just life, right? Anyways, but we're back from the hospital. She's doing so much better and I'm so thankful to the Lord for that. And, but I'm so tired. It was just like a long day and more emotionally, you know, than it was like physically. So I'm going for a walk because walks always make me feel better and just a little more energized, and I just need the fresh air. Plus it's beautiful out here right now for fall, the weather, and then also the trees are starting to turn and it's just so pretty to see. So I'm going to go enjoy the nice evening, and then when I get back I'm going to make some apple crisp. These apples came from our apple tree in our backyard, and none of these apples were perfect when we picked them. Every single one of them had some sort of a blemish on them, but I was able to cut up the good parts off of the apples and then fill up an entire freezer gallon size bag and just put them in the freezer. And you know what, as I was doing this apple crisp, I was thinking that the same is true of our homemaking routines. They may not look perfect. Things may happen that change our plans, but we can still make use of the time that we do have to do things for our families. This apple crisp recipe was really easy, and actually it was mostly healthy too. It only contained a little bit of brown sugar in the crumb topping, and I just added honey in with the apples instead of sugar. So I felt pretty good about eating it myself and then also feeding it to my family as just a delicious fall dessert. I love all of the apple things this time of year. And I did add a little bit of whipped topping to my kids' apple crisp, but I ate mine plain to keep back on the sugar intake. On Saturday, we visited a new Lego store that's near us, and it was so busy. It's been open a few weeks, but they still had people waiting outside in line to get into the store. Otherwise, it would have just been crazy full. So we did wait in line, and then we went in, and my kids each picked out a Lego set, and they actually worked on it the entire afternoon once we got home. And it was really nice to have them working on that, enjoying that, because then I was able to get caught up on some of my homemaking tasks as well. Over the last 16 years as a homemaker, I have learned that during seasons of life where I have limited time and energy, because maybe I'm just in a period of life that is extra busy or just emotionally stretching for me, the best thing that I can do is focus on the most important homemaking tasks. So for me, those three things are always laundry, doing the dishes, and making meals. So I always focus on those three things. Laundry, because my family has to have clean clothes to wear. Maybe the bathroom can go a few days extra not getting cleaned, but my kids have to have clean clothes. And meals and washing the dishes, my kids have to, and my family, my husband and I, have to have clean dishes to eat off of. So if I don't clean up the kitchen, we don't have clean dishes. And we don't have a clean kitchen for me to make a meal in. And we have to have food to survive. So, maybe dusting the house doesn't get done this week because I'm super busy, but I'm going to make sure that I clean up my kitchen every night before I go to bed and that I have a plan for meals. But I keep meals easy during these seasons when life gets busy. I was signed up to bring breakfast for church the next day, so I just used a couple of box muffin mixes to make it easier on me. And then for dinner that night, we had frozen chicken nuggets, and we had our favorite brand from Costco. But I just pulled out salad and some fresh veggies and chips to go along with the nuggets to make just a really super easy dinner for us and make it easier on myself. Okay, we finished all of our Lego sets. What's this one?
It's the cake.
A birthday cake. Does it open up?
Yes.
Can you open it up and show us? Oh, cool. And then what do we got down here?
Sports car.
What kind?
Nissan GTR.
Awesome. On Sunday morning, I cut up some chicken breasts and made a really quick teriyaki sauce so that I could put them in the crock pot for an easy lunch when we got home from church. This was a really simple recipe, actually, and it tasted so much better than just the store-bought teriyaki sauce that comes in the bottle. But I just followed this recipe, cooked it up, and then put it in the crock pot so that it was ready to go. And then after church, all I had to do was microwave some broccoli, and then I cooked up some rice, and I had my rolls out that I had made a while back and just had put them in the freezer. So they just sat out to rise over the morning, which this batch did not turn out very well. These rolls just did not rise like they were supposed to. So I'm gonna be making a new batch here soon, and hopefully the new batch of rolls will be much better than this last batch was. Every Sunday afternoon, I spend some time planning for the week by getting my kids' lesson plans done for homeschooling. Then I plan out our meals for the week, along with appointments, activities, housework, my work responsibilities, just all the things that I need to have written down in my planner and not keeping track of in my head. I have found that if I don't write these things down, I forget about them and I just feel frazzled throughout the day and throughout the week. So this weekly habit on a Sunday afternoon helps me feel ready. It helps me feel organized for the week. And it's just such an important thing that I do every week.